want a bad one. Well, baby, I'm as bad as they come. Said you want a hot one. Yeah, you pick the hottest under the sun. But
the X3
be
Network,
careful,
changing the way you listen to podcasts. BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV. You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
To deliver, much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready
BS3
for
Network,
real.
changing the way you listen to podcasts.
You ain't even ready for real.
Tell the truth.
You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You said you want a real one. Well, it don't get no realer than the realest one. Baby, can you handle it? If you really want it, better come get you some. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your word. If I'm more than what you bargained for. One dessert, but you ain't finished dinner. Much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real. No, you. You'll never miss.
Tell the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming on board today. This will be a short podcast. I want to thank you. This is the Information Man Show. I want to thank you. I want to acknowledge folks that are coming into the chat room at this particular time. We've got Jonathan Kidd, which I appreciate you being here. Clap to you. We've got Jill's Chocolate Boutique, always coming in the house. We've got the lovely sister Empress Goddess, always coming in the house as well and supporting the program. I want to appreciate you as well. There are some other people that I noticed were in the chat room earlier. We got Peggy Roster. Good to see you back around. Patrol Afro, another CG. Take heed to the message. That's my sister there as well. She came through. Make sure you check out Take Heed to the Message. Very powerful sister, very well spoken on these YouTube streets. We need more like her, breaking some things down on these YouTube streets about relationships, marriage, the whole 9 yard. She is very dynamic, as many of you are in the chat room as well listening. I'm going to get into this. What I want to do is I don't want to rush it, but I am going to make this podcast more short and sweet and to the point. I want to get into a few things because we have witnessed right now. We know that we're going into we already are in the 2024 election season. We know that we have two individuals. I got to be honest, two individuals that nobody really wants. They're both late in their 70s. We got people that are, I hate to say this, that are a little old and a little out of touch with what's going on in the modern day. Sleepy Joe Biden, he's got his issues too. Trump's got his issues as well with some of the things that he does. Both are using symbolism to attract voters. What bothers me is every time there's election season, these politicians want to come parachuting, as they say on the media out there, or they want to come bringing their raggedy asses into the black community, particularly our barbershops, our churches, using symbolism to get us to vote, to get up off our butts to vote for them. But then during the course of the whole year, we don't hear anything from them. Now, Biden has been running around, as you know, engaging in talking to black folks in barbershop. He went to South Carolina not once, but twice. I'm going to go into him as well. But then we know that Trump, the man that says when he first got elected, when he ran the first time, he says, there goes my African Americans. Right there, my African Americans. As if we are possessions that he owns, right? But then we know that Joe Biden says, if you're not black, if you don't vote for me, then you're not black enough. As Trump says, my African Americans. Even though if you do some history on Trump, when he had his casino in Atlantic City, did you know a lot of the black employees there had a lot of complaints because they didn't want black people in his casino to be prominent in the casino. They kind of kept them in the back. Remember, him and his father were involved in building housing, high-rise housing in New York, in which they didn't want to see people that look like us in those housing. Matter of fact, there was even a proposal that people that look like us, family, should walk behind the back door, meaning the back alley, to come into the luxury building. Now, you may say, oh, you're lying. No, all you got to do is look at the record on Trump and his father, Fred Trump. They got, I think the federal government went against him as it related to housing discrimination. But right now, Donald Trump has all these indictments. Now, we know that a lot of goofy things are happening with Fonnie Willis and this whole love triangle and the whole nonsense that's happening in Atlanta around the case that they're brought before or against Trump. And now we're finding out we've got district attorneys getting a little bit of booty call in there. It's embarrassing, especially when you see black folks. We got a goofy, out of control mayor out there in Dalton in Illinois. I'm going to be talking about that at some point in time. Woo. Another politician, y'all. And so these are serious problems that we got going on. And then we have people like Trump and even Biden who want to now say, let's do black stuff or what we think is black stuff to attract black voters. Now, you all heard about we all heard about Trump sneakers. I keep thinking about Joe Biden because I've got a lot to get into his butt as well. But, you know, Trump is under indictment, whether you agree with it or not. And he owes a lot of money, y'all. So what Trump has always been known for is branding, just like he's done with these shoes. You see, I don't know what you think about these shoes that he's now hawking, because he's got a big judgment against him. But I don't know if you find them attractive or not. These are the most horrible things that I have personally seen as far as sneakers. Now, why do black people have sort of a liking to Trump? You may say, does Trump know exactly what black people like because he comes up with shoes, sneakers for the sneakerheads? Well, let's see. Let's go back in a little bit of history, y'all, and let's go back to the Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons. As you can see right there, ladies and gentlemen, here is a picture from back in look like the 80s, I believe. There is Jesse, messy Jesse. Now, Jesse has fallen under some health issues in his older years. So I definitely want to give respect to him getting better with his health. What have you, I don't want to disrespect that. But back in the day, we know that Jesse Jackson was seen as a a voice of Black America. He ran, I believe, what was it, for president in 84, 85, somewhere in there. I remember him coming to my college when he ran for president, saw him live on the campus yard. And let's be honest, we all were excited at that time. It was run, Jesse, run.
Tell the truth.
Right? And many people think that he's the guy that opened up the door for a Barack Obama. But I want you to look at the picture that I have on the screen very curiously, because look at how Reverend Sharpton, he's got that slick back, laid down to the side, laid back hair, looking like a pimp as a preacher. And I want y'all to observe his hand in the hands of Donald Trump. Look at Donald Trump sort of embracing his hands. Now, why do you think there's some Black people that like Donald Trump? Because remember, we forget, many of us grew up watching the lifestyles of the rich and famous, and they always featured Donald Trump. Donald Trump was always promoted as this cool, rich, white guy. And you would always see him at these various events in New York City, always hanging around Black people that were connected. Now, we say just because he hung out with Black people that were connected, just because he hung out around, maybe you had Black rappers that would want to hang out with him, because really what they were looking at is they wanted to be close to being rich. They wanted to emulate the wealth that he had. Now, I think we got bamboozled by that, because you didn't see, if you know anything about Donald Trump in New York, he didn't hang out. He didn't converse. He didn't engage with the regular Black folks. He only engaged with Black people that he could get something from, because Donald Trump has always been a transactional figure.
Tell the truth.
You give me something, I'll give you something. And once again, I'm going to remind Black folks on these YouTube streets that this man was a big part of the indictments that came down on the Central Park Five, those young Black men that were accused of doing something horrendous that they did not do. And to this very day, he did not apologize, and has not apologized to them for the miscaricature that he engaged in. Now, there were other Black folks in New York and folks of all races that thought they were guilty, but Donald Trump put out $5,000 ads at that time, pushing the narrative that they were as guilty as sin when they weren't. I don't understand how we can't not wrap our hands around that, our heads around that fact, as he pushes the sneakers, okay? And people are saying, well, Fox News is saying, hey, he's promoting sneakers, and that should help increase him to get more votes from Black people, because you know, Black people, we love sneakers. Now, I did a little research, everybody, and from my research and what I could find out, I want to thank you all for coming over. We got over 50 and Fabulous in the house. Last Call is in here. I see GA is in the house. Alicia is in the house. I really appreciate the support here. Last time I did some research, y'all, I did some research just not too long ago. 39% of sneakerheads, or people who are fascinated by tennis shoes, sneakers, and buy sneakers, okay, 39% of them are made up of millennials. Those millennials are made up of white folks. White kids buy a lot of sneakers too. Asian kids are heavily into sneakers. It ain't just Black people. You've got a percentage of Black youth that are buying sneakers, love sneakers. But it's mainly the younger demographics of Black folks and other racial groups who are part of this 39% of millennials who make up the largest number of sneakerheads. Let's just get our facts correct there, see? So the media likes to play around as they have this week with, oh, this is going to certainly spark black people to vote. So you're telling me that all it takes is for someone like Donald Trump to present us with sneakers, and that all of a sudden that's going to boost black people to run out and vote? It's the same thing I would ask for Joe Biden. What are we going to get for our vote? Because I certainly want more than some damn sneakers, you see. Sneakers, it doesn't give us the tangibles that we need. But these are the games that people in politics play. They may say, oh, the sneakers are representing all people that are sneakerheads, but a part of this is to attract black voters, but mainly because Donald Trump owes a lot of money, y'all. And he's known, as I said before, for putting his name on product. He doesn't produce anything. He just simply puts his names on products, and he's a great promoter of his products. You've got the Donald Trump bobbleheads that you've been seeing promoted, the Trumpinator collectibles, I guess, because the man owes a lot of money. Let me play this clip for you, and this is fair use, and here we go.
Big crowd.
Appearing at SneakerCon in Philadelphia.
We're going to remember the young people, and we're going to remember SneakerCon. You're sneakerheads, right?
Less than 24 hours after a New York judge ordered Trump and his company to pay.
Boom. I wanted to stop it right there because that's what's really going on here. On top of the fact that he's trying to appeal to a certain youth base, judge ordered Trump and his company to pay $350 million in damages. So he's going to hawk whatever he's got. That's why you're seeing all these Trump memorabilia, the Trumpinator toy or the bobblehead. Trump is literally trying to sell his name because he needs money to pay off these lawsuits and to maintain campaign. And I'm going to tell you something. If Trump doesn't get into office, if he doesn't get into office to become president so that he can take us to try to stop what's happening to him legally, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But this is the thing I want you, and I'm going to play the rest of this.
More than $350 million in damages for years of fraudulent business practices and lying about the value of his properties.
This is a big.
Now, I want to stop it right there. The lying about the business practices, such as the Trump University, lying on taxes about the value of his properties in New York. And of course, when he was asked to show his taxes, or which he decided when he first ran for president not to disclose them because he kept saying to everybody, oh, my auditors haven't finished auditing me, which he never has presented that. Trump has had a lot of problems. And so he desperately, just as much as Joe Biden, needs the black vote because the goal is to get in office so that he can put a monkey wrench, so to speak, into what's happening against him with the court judgments. So the stereotype right now is that, oh, black people are going to vote because we just love sneakers so much, that Trump has really done it for us. Let me let you see this Fox News ad. You probably have seen some of this before, but let me let you see it right here, what this guy says. This is a guy on Fox News who's really pushing the narrative, and I want to know what everybody thinks in the chat room about these narratives, because let's keep this in mind. Yes, black people like sneakers, but guess what? All groups of youth in this country enjoy wearing sneakers, and sneakerheads are not exclusive to just black people. But check this out right here.
The sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps.
Everybody, are these shoes connecting with you as a black person? How so he makes some sneakers. The commentary on Fox, because you know Fox is 100% behind Trump. So how is this connecting with black people? First of all, the shoes are god ugly. Folks, if all it takes is shoes to make us give up our vote without getting something for our vote, then we got to be the most silliest people in the world. Or this is what they are taking us for. You get what I'm saying? They're taking us for fools. They're trying to bamboozle us. Bamboozle. This idea that, oh, we're so... It's the same game as Biden going to eat fried chicken and fish with a black family. This is the best they can do for our votes? Come on now.
The sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden.
Yes, black support is eroding from Joe Biden. That's true. But I think if black people were going to vote for Trump, they were already going to vote for Trump, whether he came out with a line of sneakers or not. But this guy is speaking stereotypically. And my question to all of you out there is, why is it, and I heard Jason Black talking about this on his broadcast last night, why is it that no other group in this country is being catered to like this? And I got more for you on the Biden side too. Why is it that no other group of voters in this country is being catered to or encouraged to vote for a particular political party by way of them using stereotypes? No other group, just us. You don't see them going to the Jewish community, the Asian community, Latino community, using stereotypical ads and slogans. But us.
Connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does Trump understand culture? The man is, 73, 74 years old. What does he understand about culture? Like I said, he spent most of his time in his younger years hanging out. When he did hang out with black people, it was always the bourgeoisie crowd because he was getting something from them and they were getting something from him. That's why you're seeing with Jesse Jackson and slick back hair, Al Sharpton. And then he would hang out with the rappers, would come over to shake his hand because they wanted to be close to money. Just because you saw Trump with well-known black people don't mean he was actually down with the common black man and woman, because you got no pictures of him with common black men and women, because the common black men and women that worked for him in his casino, he discriminated against them. The common black men and women who could not be allowed to move into one of his apartment buildings in the New York area, Manhattan, were discriminated against, which is why he had a federal suit against his ass. Y'all got to remember this. And most of the black bourgeoisie that he would hang out with, that you would see him with at certain galas and events, most of them didn't even hang out with common black folks too. Let's just keep that in mind. And I want to say respect to Jonathan Kidd. He gave me a beautiful super chat, which I really appreciate. Let me put the brother up here and break down what he said. He gave me a $5 super chat. He says, I like sneakers, but I like the reparations check better. Yeah, I like the reparations check better than some damn sneakers. To sell sneakers, and then they say, well, that's going to attract the black vote. That's telling us, they're telling you and me that our vote is cheap. That we can gain your vote by just throwing you some little trinkets, throwing you some shiny gold looking things like this, gaudy looking shoes, ugly looking shoes. Okay? That has nothing to do with us.
Tell the truth.
And from what I know, Trump is going to be in trouble with these shoes too, y'all. Let me put something up here. I'm gonna read something to you. Check this out while you look at them ugly, gaudy shoes. A pair of limited edition sneakers that Donald Trump revealed at SneakerCon in Philadelphia this weekend appears as though they could be a lawsuit waiting to happen. Looking beyond the gold body of the Never Surrender high tops. Never surrender. That's funny as hell. Never Surrender high top sneakers. The stars and the stripes design that wraps around the ankle in the in the bold caption letters T. Wow, I always wanted some shoes with a big ass T on it. I mean, goddamn. That endures the side of the shoe at the heart of an, as of now, hypothetical lawsuit that could be waged against the 2025 presidential hopeful is the red height soles. Uh-oh. Basically, they're saying that the design of the shoes with those red soles, he could be an infringement on someone else's sneaker brand. Uh-oh. Is that what's going on here? As most will know, this particular design that you see on his shoe, the element, is the well-established signature of another footwear brand called, I believe this is Christian Louboutin. Nevertheless, Trump recently released a run of 1,000 pair of the sneakers, which are listed as sold out on the GetTrumpSneakers.com e-com site for $400, $399 plus tax, goddammit.
Tell the truth.
You're paying them somewhere between $400 for these shoes. How many of you in the chat room right now would pay for these sneakers that you see before you right there? Is this worth it, y'all? Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? We need sneakers that bad? This is what we need? We need sneakers that bad to walk around in? Is it really that bad, y'all, for us? What do y'all think? What do you think? Last call, what do you think? Another CG, what do you think? Jill's Chocolate Boutique, what do you think? Is it really that bad? For Donald Trump it is, but looks like he's created a shoe that may be infringing on another company's design. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put an article up on the screen here that I think is embarrassing, because as much as they say black people are lovers of sneakers and we're sneakerheads, and check this out. Do you think, ladies and gentlemen, that black retailers of sneakers are making money out of this whole thing? Let me put this article up here from a little bit time back. Now, this is an article. This was from NBC Black. Sneakers generated 70. This is amazing. This article came from 2021, but it's relevant still today. Sneakers generated $70 billion last year. Black retailers saw little of that money. Black culture influencers made athletic. So they're saying that black kids, that the youth make the shoes popular. Obviously, we make the shoe phenomenon go. but only a handful of black retailer owners are benefiting from the trend. So even though some say that black people are a driving force, and I say there's other people too, but they're saying in this particular case, black people contributing to the phenomena of the popularity of sneakers, that black retailers who sell such sneakers are not seeing any of that $70 billion in yearly revenue from the shoes. So black retailers are not getting a benefit. So that means black business, obviously, black people that's in the shoe business ain't making no money off of this phenomena. Why do you think that is, folks? Why?
Tell the truth.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
It's just something for food for thought. Now, let me go over to Sleepy Joe, because we know that Sleepy Joe is losing black votes. I've talked about this before. You've heard me talk about this. Jim Crow Joe is losing voters. Particularly, he's lost the youth, the black youth. He's definitely lost black men. Black men are not rocking with him at the same level as black women in general. And this is what's happening to Joe Biden. Remember I told you Chicago is sick of him. You got black folks in New York that's sick of him. You're going to have black folks in Boston that's going to be sick of him, San Francisco, because of this whole damn migrant situation that's affecting black voters where they live, where the federal government under Joe Biden has done nothing to deal with this migrant situation in these cities that are made up of neighborhoods, made up of black people who are being put upon by these damn migrants. Got to tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Now in Detroit, Michigan, he's already going to lose Detroit because you got the Middle Eastern voters up there. Dearborn, I think, Dearborn, Michigan has the largest number of people of Arab ancestry who live, and they're sick of him because of the whole Gaza situation. But you've got black folks that are standing up and talking out about this. Check this out on Rolling Stone's, their latest article that came out just this past February the 20th. It says right here, young, black, and done with Biden. The issues that could decide the election, taking a ride through Detroit with young black Democrat voters who helped get Biden into office in 2020 and they're not so sure now about doing it again. Uh-oh.
Tell the truth.
So what is the tricknology? What is the tricknology that they use, that Biden's administration is using? We've already talked about Donald Trump and his goofy shoes and what have you. We know that a lot of that has to do with the fact that he needs money to fight his court case. And then he's got his surrogates on Fox News talking about how it's a game breaker. It's a game changer for him to grab and nab the black vote because we love shoes. Well, Joe Biden, he's got to run his game too. Check this out right here. This is an article I want to put up here for y'all to see. This came out February the 2nd, sometime back. But Joe Biden to meet with black entertainers, industry leaders during Los Angeles visit. Remember when they had the whole Grammys? And this is what the Democrats do and politicians do in general. They go to black entertainers as if black entertainers speak for us. Now, when the hell, why would black entertainers be the spokesperson for black America? Just ask yourself, why do they run to the black entertainers? These black entertainers don't have no sway over us. They run to black entertainers and these black athletes who can barely talk out their mouth to define for us what we want, how we want it. Bullshit. You cut that reparations check. We don't need, so this is what he does. He's not doing well with black people, so they do the same thing. Go run to the black celebrities as if the black celebrities know what's going on in the black community. They don't even live in most of the communities that we live in, so they don't know shit about what's happening in the black communities that are struggling. They're far and removed from those communities. So they run to Hollywood.
Tell the truth.
Check this out. This is what he did. Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will travel to Los Angeles. This is what they did not too long ago, Saturday, with a plan for the president to meet with black leaders in the entertainment industry. Black leaders in the entertainment industry are not black leaders of the black communities across this country. Can I get an amen on that?
Tell the truth.
What do you all think in the chat room? Tiffany Jackson, Empress Goddess, Last Call. Last Call says they respect Sambos, not intelligence. Right. Exactly. Black leaders. Who are the black? First of all, I'm going to continue reading the rest of this. First of all, can you guys tell me who are the black leaders in black entertainment? Is it Tyler Perry? Is it Oprah Winfrey? I guess they think that those two are our black leaders. No, they're not. They're not leaders. They're entertainers. Entertainers should not be your... Does any other... Look, do they go to the Jewish community? Do they go to the Latino community? Does the white community go to white entertainers to be the barometer of what's happening in white America? No, they go to the intellectuals of those communities. They speak to the scholars in those communities. They speak to the people that's in the communities to find out what's going on. But with black folks, they do what? Let's go talk to Oprah. Oprah has no idea what's happening in the black community. Tyler Perry's is making movies where black men look bad. You saw his latest, I know y'all watched his latest Netflix thriller. It was a thriller, but let's be honest, most of the black male characters in his latest Netflix movie actually were very negative. Even the brother who was the artist that got framed, they made him over-sexual. So we're looking to these kind of, who are the so-called black leaders in entertainment and how do they lead us? Can somebody help me with this? Let me read this again. Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will travel to Los Angeles on Saturday with a plan for the president to meet with black leaders in the entertainment industry in town for the Grammys. You got to be kidding me. According to sources familiar with the plan, this was, the Grammys was some weeks ago, of course. During the campaign visit, the president plans to talk with industry leaders about the issues at stake in the election. What issues at stake? Where is the damn reparations, Joe Biden? Cut the check. Where is the black agenda, Joe Biden, since we are the ones that put you in office overwhelmingly when you made your first run in 2020? It says here that he wanted to talk to them because a lot is at stake with the election and how they can use their platforms to mobilize voters, which is to mobilize us between now and November election, according to sources. So basically, Joe Biden went to these damn black celebrities and entertainers, hoping that they could use their platforms, their Instagrams, their YouTube channels to tell us what to do, when most of these folks, the only time they engage with us is when they're trying to get us to go to their concerts, their basketball games, their football games, when they're trying to sell us something. Most of the time, they're trying to sell us entertainment and to purchase a ticket to go to their shows, put money in their pockets. How the hell he's going to go to them to talk about what we need when most of them are not even in our economic stratosphere anymore? Does that make any sense to you all in that chat room? Let me know if you agree with where I'm coming from. Put 7s in the chat room. And then Joe Biden cooked up this other scheme. I want to thank you all. If y'all hear where I'm saying, where I'm coming from, put those 7s in the chat room. Get the algorithms cranking. You can share this video on your social media. by taking your phone, your tablet, your desktop, and hit the button where it says share. You can put it in Twitter right now. You can put it on Facebook right now, wherever you like. You can put it in your community tab. Oh, I got more. Now, remember, Joe Biden went down south. I think they were in the South to visit see, this is what he did. Joe Biden knows that they're not doing well with black male voters. So they specifically went to visit a black family, a black man raising his 2 sons. Because Joe Biden is trying to promote this idea that he understands black males. This is all a psyop, y'all. So Joe Biden goes out there. I think they were in, where were they at? South Carolina, North Carolina. They're somewhere in the South. And he goes and he buys burgers and fries and, fried chicken, because we all like fried chicken. Butter biscuits are good. Butter biscuits are good. Give me them butter biscuits. Can I have more butter biscuits? So he goes out there, meets with the family. Look, I gotta be honest. This I was proud of the fact that it appeared to me that this black father was taking care of his sons. They lived in a nice house. I did like that. I did like the idea of seeing a black man on TV in this story with his sons. That was fantastic. But the psyop behind it is that Biden is simply using them like furniture, like utility in the background to kind of, how can I say, cater to us, right? But check out this, and check out how Biden's eating the down home fast food with him. The fish and the chips and the fried chicken.
This is all great. So what we would like to do is just come into our space, our living area. All right. Well, Carter, you want to show President Biden one of your pictures up here? You want to go over this side and show President Biden one of your favorite pictures on the wall?
Well, one of my favorites is this one right here.
Fair
we
use,
were
fair
in
use.
Jamaica.
Cool.
Now, I'm going to say this again. Fair use, fair use, fair use with the purpose of criticism, critical analysis, okay, news reporting. This is fair use, fair use. I have to give the brother credit for raising decent sons from what we can see on the video. But again, I'm going to say again, for the purpose of this video, you know that this is nothing but a promotional for Joe Biden to sort of act like he understands, to reach after the black male vote by meeting, particularly they decide to, let's find us a black father with 2 black sons because that's going to look good on camera, along with the fish and chips and burgers and fries. And does fries go with that shake? Fried chicken!
You got it. I want the root of making sure I had the hamburger. So tell me about you guys. What you doing these days?
Why don't you share about your passion of sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now I'm just doing basketball, playing guard on the JV team for my school.
How about in school? How y'all doing in school? You should tell the president about the school.
I wanted to say this right there. I think it's great that the 2 young men are involved in sports and what have you, but I would rather hear what they're doing academically, because we know that usually it's always about young black males and playing basketball or some sports. So I'm glad that the father stepped in right there and said, now let's talk about what you guys are doing academically. But once again, this is really for Joe Biden to act like he's reaching out for the black male vote. but it's way too late. You see, Joe Biden, you've been in office for damn near 4 years going on now, and you should have been connecting with black voters, particularly the black male vote, a long time ago before you start reaching out at the last minute, trying to use this particular black family as a way to make it seem like, I'm in touch with black people. And remember what you said, Joe Biden, if you don't vote for me, you're not black enough. Yes.
Favorite thing about it is the business academy I'm in. You get to like travel, so we've been to like NC State, Wake Tech, and
You're kidding me.
we went to this small dry cleaning business, and it's cool. It's a great experience.
I'm impressed. Is that a new program at the school?
Yes, sir, it is. It just started just a couple of years ago.
Now, you notice something that I notice about black folks. Y'all gonna hate me for this. You notice how we have a lot of respect when we're in the presence of white folks. You notice how his two sons are saying yes, sir, and no, sir. And the father is saying yes, sir, and no, sir. Now, I know he's the president, but this is a question to black folks out there. Do we give each other the same polite statements to each other? Are we polite to each other like that? Do we show each other the same respect that they're showing Joe Biden right there with the yes, sir, and the no, sir? Can we show each other the same damn respect? What y'all think about that? Do we? Just a thought. Here we go.
So what got you interested in teaching administration?
So I grew up in rural South Carolina. My grandfather was very
So I think they're in South Carolina.
influential in showing me and teaching me that it would be good for an African-American male to be a teacher so that I could have influence, positive impact on the youth that we would be supporting in schools. And I started teaching in elementary school and then became an assistant principal and then principal here in Raleigh.
Now, I want to say that once again, I am no way, shape, or form are trying to disrespect the brother or his sons. I think it's commendable that the brother is a professional. He's breaking down how he became a principal. I think it's commendable that his sons are under his roof and he's raising them to be strong young black men in general. And I think it's great that they're academically achieving in school as well as athletically achieving as well. So I give him nothing but kudos for that. Let's continue on.
Are you available?
Always.
Okay. To the people that you're supposed to be with?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That's what's most important.
I understand you're interested in something I got involved in, mental health.
Yeah.
Tell me how I got interested in that.
I think I struggled with mental health earlier this year when I got hurt. I went to a therapist. I had a therapist. I think it helps. And people may make jokes about it, but I think you should just, if you struggle with it, you should try it out.
Now, I want to say this because I'm so glad that that young man said what he said. I did a video that you all should not sleep on about mental health issues as it relates to young black males in particular, or young black people. And I said that mental health issues are increasingly rising up within black youth. And we need to take a big examination of what's happening to our youth. Because that young man said right there very clearly that I guess he plays football or something. He got hurt, had an injury, and it consequently affected his mental health. And he said that's something that you should try to get help if you got help. And I think he's saying the right thing. But just keep this in mind. We got a lot of our people who are suffering with these things.
Nothing different than breaking your arm and having a mental health problem. It takes real courage.
So the young man had his arm broken, I believe, playing sports.
Generally, I really am proud of you. It's really amazing.
As again, a dad working with two sons, supporting two sons, taking care of two sons. The student loan was just something that was just an albatross and trying to take care of. And when that erasure happened,
So right there, they're going to talk about Joe Biden's plan with the student loan and how the brother's going to say how it actually benefited him in terms of the expenses he had to incur with his sons. Let me just say here, I'm going to be honest. I got to be fair. Seeing a black man in this way, raising his sons, I'm going to say it again. It looks like he may be a single. You know, a lot of times we like to throw around that word when a black woman is raising her sons or her kids, single mother. Well, it appears that he may be a single father, but I don't want to use that term. You know why? Because they obviously have a mother, and maybe the mother has passed away. Maybe the mother, he has custody of the kids. I don't know the whole detailed circumstances, but what we do know is that this is a black man raising his two sons. He's a professional, and he's dealing with anything that a parent would have to deal with raising sons. So that part of the situation I do like, but do not get caught up in just the story itself and not think that Joe Biden and his campaign people cooked this all up for him to gain some benefit with black voters, okay?
tell the truth.
And particularly black men, since they focused and targeted a single or what appears to be a black father raising his sons on his own, okay? So it appears that that octave is geared, or it appears to be geared to attract the black male voters and possibly the young black male voters that Joe Biden is losing and struggling, has continued to struggle with. As I said before in this podcast, I put this up from Rolling Stone in Detroit. They say young black are done with Biden, the issue that could decide the election, taking a ride through Detroit with the young black Democratic voters who helped get Biden into office in 2020. They're not sure whether they want to be on that plantation again.
Tell the truth.
And you got other black people around the country who are now questioning. You're seeing a lot of people rally together on social media questioning whether they want to support Joe Biden. Of course, we've got Mr. Sneakerhead himself, Donald Trump, who wants to promote to us ugly tennis shoes. You see, I love my African Americans, as he always says. So let's go into it some more, folks. I appreciate everybody that's here. Like I said, it'll be a short podcast, but I want to go into some more areas of how they continue to manipulate or attempt to manipulate the black vote. So once again, Joe Biden is losing, or it appears that he's losing some black support. So what do you also do as part of symbolism to manipulate us back into the good graces? Once again, like I said, he went to black celebrity leaders, whoever the hell they are. And then check this out. Put this up here. You've all seen this article. This was on Complex. Democrats have launched a new hip-hop task force. Whoa! Aimed to address issues plaguing black and brown people in America? What? Wait a minute. Here we go with that term, black and brown. See, we can't never focus on what our needs are as a people without crowbarring other people in who actually focus on their issues as well. But that's Jeremy Bowman. This is Congressman Representative Bowman that you see on that picture. He's the brother, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong or right. But he's the congressman. Isn't he the congressman that got himself in a whole bunch of trouble because he was in a building and for some reason he turned the alarm on? he hit the bell. Tell me if I'm wrong or right, folks. Isn't he the dude that hit the bell? He was caught up in some controversy about hitting a fire alarm. Is this the guy right here? Is this who I think it is? I just want to know. Let me put this article up here and read this to you. On Wednesday, Republican Jeremy Bowman announced the Congressional Hip Hop Power and Justice Task Force at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. The new program will use hip hop music and community building messages to help kickstart initiatives to fix the issues with economic equality, affordable housing, and more. Now, I thought that those are things that Joe Biden said that he was going to, what? Work on. So why do you need a hip hop task force? See, you notice when it comes to black people, anything that we want, they got to come up with task forces, committees. If we want reparations, they got to come up with task force, committees. If we want if we want the police if we want police accountability, if we want a George Floyd bill, we got to have committees and task force and meetings with this person and that person. But when they decide to give Israel $10 billion, there was no task force for that. When they decided to give the Ukraine $8 billion last year, there was no task force. When they decided to recently give them $10 billion, there's no task force. When you go to New York and they're deciding to give 53 million, what is it, 153 million or something like that, to illegals to give them credit cards where they can buy stuff and talking about letting them drive cars. Is there any committees and task force to approve that? Hell no. When they want to give any other group that's illegally here versus legal here or any other group out there who is asking for something, there's no task force. When the LGBTQ wanted their rights, did they come up with a task force for them? No, they got the shit passed for them. But when it comes to anything that black people want in this country, we're always told we got to have a task force. We got to have a meeting. We got to have a committee. It's always some bullshit like this, y'all. Let's just keep it real. The new program will use hip hop music and community. Why do we need hip hop music to be used when we know what the problems are? This is nothing but distractions. The new program will use hip hop music and community building messages to help kickstart initiatives to fix the issues with We already know what the issues are when it comes to equality, affordable housing, and more. As they say, the rent is too damn high. The task force will be led by Bowman, another nothing burger, y'all. Bowman, the guy who hit that bell that I told you about, he got in trouble for hitting an alarm bell in a building for some strange, odd reason. The task force will be led by Bowman as well as Representative Hank Johnson. Oh, God, these old Negroes. Hank Johnson is the one on the right. These woo, these old Negroes. My God, man, my God. Hank Johnson, a Democrat of Georgia. Once again, it's nothing but bureaucracy. So now you need to create a hip hop task force to address the issues of housing, equal opportunity, when that's what Joe Biden said he was going to do when he got elected in the first place in 2020. These are nothing but distractions, folks. And just another way to convince us to vote for the Democratic plantation, because now he can meet with looks to be like a great black man raising his sons in South Carolina, or because they can promote some hip hop task force, or because he can go to some barbershop, or he can go to some church like the Emmanuel Church in South Carolina, where I thought his whole speech there was disgusting. and the protest that took place there was also disgusting in the memory of those beautiful 9 black people that were assassinated by that monster, Dylan Roof, who the police in South Carolina gave him a Burger King, as I spoke of before. They think all you got to do is give black folks fun and games. Oh, yeah, just give us video games, give us sneakers, give us a hip-hop task force to address issues. We're the only group in this country that anytime we are demanding or asking for something because of our vote, as I said before, they always say, let's think about it by having a task force. Let's do some research on the history of this and that. Right here in California, we've seen it. When we talk about the issue of reparations, all they want to do is muddy us in bureaucracy with task force. We already know the history. They know the history. Now, to further show you how the Democratic Party, this is why the Democratic Party has not resonated with black men and it's hurting with black people right now, is because with black men, they give us the most nastiest symbolism. They give us the most unintelligent symbolism. Remember some years back, they were promoting this whole idea of if you don't vote, no, what was it? No booty, no voting. They were promoting the idea of voting by using strippers from Atlanta, Georgia. Remember this right here? Oh my God. Remember that right there? Y'all check that out. Y'all remember that? Thunder. Remember the campaign was get your booty to the polls. Look at that picture. This is what they were trying to use to convince black men. And you wonder why black men are peeling away from the Democratic plantation to convince. And just because I'm saying this don't mean I'm a fan of Trump either, or the Republicans. I'm just letting you know what the deal is. Remember some years ago, how many of you in the chat room put 7s in the chat room if you remember this campaign? It was called Get Your Booties to the Polls, and they use real live black strippers in Atlanta, Georgia. You see them on the pole to convince black men. What's going on, Lil Rock 2517? Good to see you. Fierce for reading. It's good to see you, my sister. She says, Information Man Show. That's white. So, yeah, I appreciate you being over here. I appreciate y'all. But I need y'all to definitely hear what I'm saying here. Have they done this to any other group of men or black voters in this country? Where are the white strippers to convince white men to vote? Where are the strippers to convince the Asian man to vote, or the Russian man to vote, the Mexican man? Where are the Mexican strippers for the Mexican man? Why are they always promoting the most degenerate things, the most downtrodden, the most low frequencies towards black voters? In this case, black men. So they're promoting this, get your booties to the polls some years ago. Black men. Look at this one right here. If you think that's something, here's another one for you. Look at that. So they had to use black women, sexualize black women, to think that that's where all black men's mind is, that all of us got our heads in the gutter, all of us got our heads in sex, and that all you got to do is show some video of women, black women, shaking it up from Magic City in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's enough that it takes for us to run and vote. You see what this is all about? That's all you got to do with us, and we'll bring our asses and our butts to the polls. I just want y'all to look at that. Just give black men fun and games. Just give us fun and games. You just give us fun and games and we'll do whatever you want, Democratic Party. I was very insulted by this ad, this video ad, and I wish there would have been more people that would have been outraged than were outraged when this whole thing was launched. But that's not it, though. It doesn't just end at that, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all remember the other disrespectful ad? This one right here. Let's put it up. You had Saucy Santana, a black male who portrays himself as effeminate, with Trina, one of the booty poppers. And remember the campaign, another disrespect to black people and particularly black men. No voting, no voking, which is nothing but another half word for if you don't vote, you ain't going to get no coochie. You're not going to be, I'm trying to be polite here. You're not going to get any fucking. No voting, no Y'all know what that is. You take the V off of that. You put the F on that. Y'all know what that is we grown peoples here. No voting, no fuck. This was a message that was being pushed out by Saucy. What black man calls himself saucy, y'all?
I'm just saying.
Woo! I just don't know what world we live in today. Saucy Santana, who's a rapper, he sort of is into the non-binary look. That's the words we got out here today. He promoted this with Trina. And like I said, it was all about sex. If you don't vote, black man, then we're going to withhold. And all the women and all the people in the video were black women, with the campaign basically saying, if you don't vote, black man, we're not giving you any booty. This is what they've been promoting towards us. Now we got Fearless for Reading says, oh my God, I remember showing my brother this, no vote. He was so disgusted that he changed from voting Democrat to independent. That's right. Tiffany Jackson says, why people are still following black celebrities in 2024, I truly do not know. I truly do not know too, Tiffany. We should not be following them as leaders. We should not be following them as people who we should be following their lead. Hell no. They need to follow our lead. We make up the damn community. Half of them wouldn't be making the money that they make in entertainment if we wasn't buying the tickets in the first place. Last Call says the NOI would have taken in the Democrats back, taken in this Democrat back in the day. Let me see what else we got here. Y'all making good points in the chat room. Let me see. We got Web Funk says, mind you, Spike Lee did a whole production about it too. Yeah, the whole thing is terrible. Now, I just brought this up for a reminder because these are things that the Democrats have done to convince black people to vote for them, particularly black men, which I find disgusting, disrespectful, and what have you. Just as I don't like what I just heard on this ad right here about Donald Trump sneakers.
The sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics.
Woo! Y'all know what? I can't wait to get me a pair of Donald Trump sneakers. I'm going to walk around with my black you-know-what with some gold sneakers with red, white, and blue with the stars, with gold shoes. Let the soul glow. Woo! Everybody, run out and get y'all gold Trump shoes for $400. You got to be kidding me. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat room. Woo! So we've got the lovely Fierce for Reading in the house. Let's see. We got Wet Funk. We got Funk saying, and this is Sky, Republican-based channel, but they hate Trump. They knew what they were doing. That ain't the issue here. The issue is how people use these symbolisms to think they can get over on us. Let's see. I bet the gold fake. Oh, yeah, the gold fake ad. You gonna get you a pair of Naps. Naps, you gonna get you a pair of Trump victory shoes. Woo. Naps TV says, if you ain't at the box, you got no box. Yeah, they ugly sneakers, Kenny G. Kendra G, yeah, they ugly sneakers. They ugly sneakers. Let's just keep it real. Alicia's in the house, looking lovely as always. How you doing, sister? So glad to have you here, as well as Jill's Chocolate Boutique. Love the thumbnail you got on there. Please don't envision. I know. No, I'm not buying them. I'm not. But you know what? I'm looking when I go out and about, everybody. I'm gonna be looking to see who's actually gonna have them on in terms of black folks. I want to know who gonna wear them. I mean, we talking about some we talking about some Rocky Balboa shit. Rocky Balboa shoes. Rocky Balboa shoes. Get up, Rocky. Trump is trying to, hey, look, Trump needs the money. I ain't gonna lie. He need the money. He got a big case against him. He owed $315 million. He had to come out with Rocky Balboa shoes. Gold, baby. And you know, the color gold, see, you know why he picked that color gold? Because the stereotype, because black people, we like gold. Woo! I'm gonna get everybody a pair. We're gonna get a pair for you, Peggy Roster. You get a pair. You get a pair. Last call, you get a pair. Yeah, dudes in the payroll. Right. Jill Chocolate Boutique, you get a pair. Jonathan Kidd. Yeah, you can't win, Rocky. Yeah, you can't win, Rocky. Jonathan Kidd. No, let's be serious, Jonathan Kidd. Jonathan Kidd, I got to tell you right now. Brother, you get a pair of these shoes as well.
Appearing at SneakerCon in Philadelphia.
We're going to remember the young people, and we're going to remember SneakerCon. You're sneakerheads, right?
Less than 24 hours after a New York judge ordered Trump.
We're going to remember the SneakerCon and your sneakerheads, right? And please buy my ugly golden sneakers because I owe a lot of money. I owe $350 million in damages, and And you know, black people love me. Oh, they love me. I love them. I'm Donald Trump. I'm going to do for the black community more than any other president on the world. Look, I've hung out with all type of black leaders, such as the Jesse Slick Jacksons. And I have also hung out and I've been touched I've touched the hands of a slick black Sharpton. By my shoes. Oh, my gold shoes. Oh, God. Everybody, it's been nice, y'all, but look, this is what I wanted to present to you today. I do want to talk about the young man I'm going to do a broadcast that's going to be very detailed about the young man and the whole Crown Act. The young man who's been told he still has to cut his hair. I believe this was happening in Texas. I'm going to talk about that because I want to go over what I'm going to do when I do a show about that. I want to go deep into the history of wearing locks and why you shouldn't use the term dreadlocks. And I want to use that history to show you why this is happening to that young man. Black people are the only people in this country who cannot wear our hair the way we want to wear it, the way we want to wear it naturally without becoming criticized. But I'm going to give you the deep history psychologically as to why this is happening to this young man psychologically based on the society and how the society see it. Because see, his hairstyle is a hairstyle that has a history as being seen as a hairstyle of rebellion and not conforming to the system. And we're going to get into that. I want to talk to you about that. I was almost going to do that show today, but I'm going to do either a live show on that or a pre-produced show. Either way, that's one we got to do and talk about. But this whole situation with that young man is a damn shame. I thought about talking about the whole Tiffany, the Mayor Tiffany of Dalton and the mess that she has created. I might do an upload on that or I might go live on that. I'm not sure, but she's in trouble. As you know, the feds are looking into what she's been doing. And this is the question. Do we need black mayors? Are we getting what we need to get from black mayors? Are black mayors not getting us anything? Because she appears to be more consumed with her hairstyle, how much money she's got, lavish trips. And the rumor has it that they're damn near going bankrupt in terms of paying for police vehicles. What a shame.
Tell the truth.
It's really, do we need these black politicians? Because what are we getting from these black politicians? Tiffany Jackson says black politicians are just a waste of melanin. Yeah, they're wasting our time. What's going on, Beverly Palmer? I'm glad to see you here. Jonathan Kidd says facts. Let me see. Jonathan Kidd said again, I would rather be bold and gold. I heard that, brother. I heard that. I'm with you there. Last call says this. I reached out $500 at a time. And we got Killings is in the house saying this. SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob. Let me see. SpongeBob character. I know. Beverly Palmer, have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to get ready to get on out of here. I've got a work. It's more of a business trip and trip for fun. I'm going to be flying out tomorrow to Palm Springs. So I'll be in Palm Springs for the next few days. If I can, I may broadcast or do a live or something. Maybe I'll do a live on my phone while I'm out there just to say what's up to everybody. We'll see how that all works out. But I will be coming back on soon. I want to say thank you for supporting me today. For those of you who did take the time to come over and listen to this video and what we had to say over here. We got another CG in the house saying you will be east of me. Hey, well, east of you? Okay. Yeah. I'll be down in Southern Cal. Palm Spring is very far south in California, but that's a pretty nice area. I got a conference to go, a work related conference to go down there for, and I'm gonna check out the area, check out the restaurants. They got some nice restaurants out there and some nice things. I'm gonna check it out a little bit for the few days that I'll be down there. But I appreciate all of you for once again rocking with a brother. And maybe if I can, I may go live on the phone or something and say what's up to everybody, maybe while I'm out and about or something of that nature, just to check in with the family and see how you all are doing. And maybe I'll check in at the hotel. Who knows what I'll be able to do, but I just want to let you all know what's going on. I appreciate you all supporting the channel. Yeah, I got to be high. I'm getting ready to hop on a plane tomorrow morning. And I just want to tell you all, thank you for supporting the channel, supporting the content. There's more to come. Lots more issues to go over and talk about. I know that people have told me that they want me to start doing some videos related to the history that I've been dropping in the community tab. And I do plan to do that. There are some stories in the community tab that I've been dropping about history. I want you guys to definitely look at the community tab. Go into my channel where it says community, hit community, and you'll see all the different posts that I have posted about black men, black women, black people, things that we've accomplished in history. And I've been dropping stuff in there way before Black History. I'm not just doing it because it's Black History Month. You see, our history should not be confined to a month. Black history is every day. Every day. Every day. So do me the greatest favor. Share, if you can, share some of those community posts that I put out to other people, because a lot of it is loaded with a lot of great content. People are telling me all the time when they check out the content that, hey, I didn't know about this info. I didn't know that. All these years I was living here or living there. All these years I was in school. And this is the first time I found out about this and what have you. Our history is very deep. Unfortunately, people don't always tell our true history correctly. So we've got to be the stewards of our history. And our history doesn't belong to any one person. This information belongs to all of us, and we should share it and share it every day, whether it's Black History Month, Black History Week, because remember, Black History Month originally, when Carter G. Woodson created this month, it was actually Black History Week before it became a month. So keep in mind that history behind Black History Month, but our history is beyond the confines of a month. Let's just keep that in mind, okay? And I want to appreciate you all out there who do share the videos. We know that, I'm going to keep it real with you. We know that my channel is the type of channel that YouTube is not going to necessarily promote. The video content is heavy as it will other foolishness, because they don't want to promote these sort of positive and informative type of content to most of our people. So what they do is they suppress the numbers by not pushing it through the algorithms, because the way YouTube works, that when you upload a video or go live, they will promote it to more people. The more views it gets promoted to more people, but they send it to people who are interested in the particular content around the type of stuff that I do. And if they can limit the number of black folks that can see it, they will do that. As well as they will unsubscribe you from the channel, mess around with the notifications so that you don't even get notified that I'm live, to make sure that the channel is seen as not significant. These are the games that content creators such as myself are up against. And this is why we always say, share the video, subscribe to the channel, double check to make sure that you are still subscribed. Let people know about it, because without that, YouTube will make sure that channels like myself are shadow banned, that it reaches no light of day, to create a sense to your mind that, oh, the information or the channel is insignificant, while promoting the worst of our people on YouTube with the fighting, the bullshit, and all the vitriol that goes on, and the nonsense, the non-critical thinking, type of content. So I want to thank you. As you know, I'm on Facebook. You can find me Information Man Show on Facebook. You can find Information Man Show on Instagram, and you can find Information Man Show on Twitter as well. Be my guest if you want to find me over there. I would appreciate that. We're going to get ready to get on out of here and make it do what we make it do. You all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will be in contact with you all very soon on this channel, and have a very blessed evening and day. Take care, everybody. Peace. Thank you. This is the Information Man Show. Y'all take care. And let me also say this. Let me say peace to the BS3 network and Brother Ben, everybody out there. I respect you as well. Thank you out there. Thank you. You can also hear the show on Roku TV, y'all. Appreciate you. 1, 2, 3. Everybody take care. Peace.
Listening to the Information Man Show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the program. I appreciate you all. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Information
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You said you want a bad one. Well, baby, I'm as bad as they come. Said you want a hot one. Yeah, you with the hottest under the sun. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your words. If I'm more than what you bargain for. Fun to flirt, but promise to deliver. Much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You said you want a real one. Well, it don't get no realer than the realest one. Baby, can you handle it? If you really want it, better come get you some. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your words. If I'm more than what you bargained for. Want dessert, but you ain't finished dinner. Much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you. Night turn to morning dew. Then you feel it freshen and lose control. You don't wanna go slow. For sure, we both already know your place is my place. No, my place is your place. Let's face it, baby, you know all the places. My place is your place. My place, just face it. No one knows my places like you do. Your places like I do. My place like you do. Baby, don't stop. Got the key to the lock. We in our own zone. Make yourself at home. Get to know mine on the inside. Can meet at